You, sir, are not alone. So, hey, I've done everything. I'm trying everything. My truck won't start. I'm killing myself trying to get this to go. I've got 1500 PSI. Don't you know? And yet my truck won't start. But it does start with ether, said a following comment. Or maybe this one, I don't even know. What I'll tell you, what you probably have going on is you actually don't have 1500 PSI. Recognize that PSI, the measurement of PSI, is a spoofed number. It's not necessarily an actual number. The only way to get actuals is to look at ICP voltage, not PSI. So I've been loving on the Insight CTS3, and I do really like that product from Edge Products. But I wanted to give a shout out and just a notice of acclaim to Linear Logic's product called a Scan Gauge, this guy back here. So it's available in a Scan Gauge 2, this guy back here, for $170, or it's available in a Scan Gauge 3 for $270. But both of these guys have something called math codes, and they allow you to basically monitor any program ID, any PID that the ECM has knowledge of. ECM, Engine Control Module, has knowledge of. So the problem with using like an SCT or an Edge or a Bully Dog or whatever is all you get to monitor is that which those manufacturers thought was pertinent. What's really nice about the Scan Gauge and some other tools actually is that you can go ahead and you can put in whatever you want. And so as long as you're getting a signal from the OBD2 guy, onboard diagnostics version 2, don't you know, then you can go ahead and see what's going on. So what you really want to do is step one, you want to figure out what your ICP voltage is, key on, engine off. Let's verify that your ICP sensor is physically good. And you're going to do that by verifying that ICP voltage, key on, engine off, is 0.24. By the way, you can also do this with if you have a snap-on Soul or something like that, it'll do this too. So 0.24 volts, key on, engine off, and then during cranking, see what you're developing for injection control pressure voltage. So that should be above 0.93. 0.93 equates to 500 PSI. Now, depending on what reading you end up with, and you can look up, just Google, ICP voltage to PSI, you'll see tables out there, so you can pretty much figure it out. But the 0.93 is 500 PSI, which is what's necessary. The fact that your truck starts on ether tells me that it's a fuel delivery problem. And so your fuel is not being delivered, and the only question is why, and probably because you're not developing adequate high pressure oil. And if I were guessing, it's not going to keep on running in your particular case because you just did a build. And so the build that you just did, something's not saying hi to something else. Maybe you put a standpipe in the wrong location, happens to all of us, and you swap the standpipe and the dummy plug location as an example, or you just got an O-ring that's totally trashed, or you've got a blown snap to connect fitting off of a late build truck's high pressure oil pump. But regardless, my strong suspicion is that you're not building high pressure oil, and that's the reason why you're not starting. So do this test first, check out your voltage. After you've done that test, then you can go ahead and say, sigh heavily, at least I know where my problem is. And now if you want to, you can use an air test tool. Yeah, that'd be this guy right here. And you can spin out the IPR valve, and you can go ahead and put shop air if you have to, or if you have a nitrogen tank, even better, because nitrogen tanks can develop 4,000 PSI and figure out what's going on. But if you're not developing anything in the vicinity of 500 PSI, just your air compressor is going to do just fine. It only develops 120, 150, whatever it is, PSI. Resist the urge to test for a leak through your ICP sensor on the passenger side valve cover if this is a late build truck, because it's not a full test of the full system, although that might find your problem too if your issue is over there. There's a whole conversation we won't get into about how to go ahead and trick it to do a driver side manifold test, even though you're checking from the passenger side. But just avoid it and do it properly, and do it from the IPR valve, and then life is just better for you. So FICMRepair.com, tech support from us is always free. The goal is not to sell you stuff, it's to tell you stuff, and then whatever you do need, we got you. So hopefully this helps. Like, comment, subscribe, post, repost, whatever it is. I appreciate you guys' comments so much more than you know. It's just such a blessing to be able to give back, and just pay it forward. Just be a good human to other people, and good things will happen for you. That's just the way it works. Okay? So, yeah, we sell everything from everyone. We haven't beat on price in 15 years. We price match for 30 days after the sale. And we're just Midwest people. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And how long can you make your crap last for? That's us. I'm the guy whose gassers go 300,000 plus miles, right? So you just take care of your stuff. It'll take care of you. So thank you very much for the comment again. And I hope this comment helped you very, very much. It is supposition that your problem is high pressure oil, but 1500 is is a default number that the ECM provides, and so that is the reason for the speculation, and so it just makes sense to check it out. If you've done that already, put the comment below, yep, I've already checked ICP voltage and I'm developing X, Y, or Z, and then we can go from there and figure out what your problem is. But if I were guessing, I'd give it a 95% shot that you're not actually developing the 0.93 volts required. Okay? Thanks very much. Appreciate you.